Oh, yes, today is another day. Welcome to Parenting Pathways. My name is Confidence, and in today's video, I will be sharing with you on how to parent a strong willed child with ease. How to parent a strong willed child with ease. One of the things I have learned is most of the time we tie our children as strong willed, where in the real sense of it, children may not be. It might just be that you are not able to understand who you are parenting. Most of the time, we say this child is this child is that. But the question I want to ask you is, do you really understand who you are parenting? That should be the question. And the answer is no. Now, let me say this. Strong-willed children are not difficult. They are just determined. Our job as parents is to guide that determination into purpose. Do you know you cannot lead a child who is not a strong-willed? It's only strong-willed children that lead. If you have a strong-willed child, please be excited. Because I hear parents said, my child is strong-willed, it's so difficult. Oh shit. Because I also have a strong-willed child and I love raising him. Because it is a parental advantage. It is an advantage for your child to be a strong-willed. The problem you are having with strong-willed children is because you don't know what to do. Because if you do, you will be grateful. Strong-willed children are just determined. Your job as a parent is to guide because you have parental advantage. The reason we complain and struggle with strong-willed child is the gap. If not, everybody have strong-willed personality. Yes. So hearing strong will should get you excited. As parents, one of the mistakes we make is thinking we can control our children. Parenting is not about controlling your children. It's about teaching the child how to use the will and create future. So guys, I'm going to share with you on what I call the 5S on how to parent a strong-willed child. Now, parenting a strong-willed child can both be challenging and rewarding. Challenging because we don't know what it is we should do. Rewarding because strong-willed children are the one that actually help to create the kind of system to raise a child who make ways. So the 5S approach are one, structure. Now, why will a strong-willed child need structure? Because a strong-willed child is that child that doesn't agree with everything. They don't agree. Not at all. They don't agree with everything you say. When they are told not to do something, they are like, why? But why can't I? Because they want to try. They test all boundaries. Don't just follow instruction because they don't understand why you are doing it. They are not doing it because they want to bring down your authority. They are not doing it because they want to bring down your authority. No, that's not it. They are doing it like that because that is how they are wired. They are wired to create different. So the greatest help you can do is to create structures for them. So the greatest gift you can give to them is to create structures. Because without structures, there will be chaos. And most parents don't know. So they leave them like that. But remember, they are determined. So what you need to do is not to break their will. Create boundaries for them so that there won't be chaos. Create boundaries for them so that there won't be chaos. Setting boundaries is important so that you can establish clear rules and be consistent. The difference between strong-willed child and others is they are smart. If you set rules and you are not consistent, just forget it. So when you set rules and boundaries, be consistent about it. Because they are the ones that look at you and wants to try you. They test all things. To them, let's just watch and see how it goes. The moment they see you are consistent in a place, they align. Our struggles in parenting is the expectation. But there's nothing wrong in having expectation. Let your expectation be more in guiding for you to see those expectations. In our times, find the same mistakes, expecting without guiding, is disappointment and frustration because there is no base. Strong-willed child needs accountability. They need to know what exactly is expected of them. Do not predict them. Create accountability. Accountability is what is important to them. So create structures and systems around those weeds, or else you will have a mess of it. That's where parents get and say, oh my God, this child is stubborn. But no, establishing routines and time is the greatest thing to do as structures. So number two is sensitivity. So number two, 5S is sensitivity. In fact, if you are parenting a strong-willed child, you need to deal with your emotions control first. It's important. Because your emotions plus the child emotions equals to emotions outburst. That's the truth. We understand that a strong-willed child is constantly angry. Constantly angry. They will throw tantrum. And the more they throw tantrum, the more you get frustrated with it. Because they always want things their way. But the world itself doesn't work like that. A strong-willed child wants you to pay attention to them. They want you to pay attention to make sure their feelings are heard. Even when you disagree with it, they will tell you no. And most parents see this as disrespect. But the truth is this, if your child cannot tell you no, your child can't tell a stranger no. Yes. If your child cannot tell you no, your child cannot tell a stranger no. So one thing for you here to learn is empathy and listening. Acknowledge their feelings before offering correction. Acknowledge their feelings before offering correction. In raising a strong-willed child, understand that feelings are very important for them. So teach them emotional awareness. Number three, 5S is support. What did you do? Guide them because they refuse control but accept guide. Because they benefit from guidance when you respect their autonomy. Controlling them, thinking of controlling them, you are declaring war. So give them choices. Allow them to make decisions. Like you want to go to church, bring out two clothes, two pieces of clothes. Just drop it for them. Tell them to make a choice. It gives them a sense of, a sense of belonging and valued. So allow them to make their choice to foster a sense of authority and value over themselves. Give them two different clothes to choose from. It can be anything, but make sure you are allowing them to make that decision or what they want to do. Let it not be that it's what you want. It will be a fight and you guys will struggle with it because every child has a kingdom within them. So trying to rule that kingdom from outside, allow your children to make choices and empower your children to make decisions. Because in decision making lies the seed of responsibility. because they are independent thinkers. Moreover, you don't raise a leader by telling them what to do. You raise a leader by showing them what to do. Because strong-willed child are born to lead and not to follow. So stop all this, you must that, you must this, you must that. You guys will continue struggling. A strong-willed child challenge the authority, not because they want to, but they don't understand. Because they don't understand why they should follow. That's the problem. So as parents, they are just passing through you as a filter. That's why your job is to guide them. Guide them. So that by the time they pass through you and come out, there will be that gold that is expected of. As parent, your so as parent, they are just passing through you as a filter. That's why your job is to guide, which is the parenting advantage you have. So if your child pass through you with all those things deposited, comes out and is not good, then you have failed. So don't be a destiny stopper for your child. Guide them to become. Because if you start complaining as a filter, you will make it difficult for your child to pass through. That's why it's important for you to parent the child you have and not the child you wish or the child you pray for or the child you want, but to parent the child you have. If you understand this, you will know how to position yourself. Because if you do not allow your child to filter through you, then you will become a disadvantage to your child. As parents, your prayer should be, oh God, help me refine me. So that when my child passes through me, he will become the gold. And not, oh God, change my child. That's why parenting is about you and not the child. If your if your strong wild child is being rude, then you the filter. It's bad. It means you have not positioned yourself to become advantage. You are making pap, for example, and you are seeing chaff of the pap in that same pap you want to prepare. The problem is not the pap. The filter that filters the pap is the problem. That's how it is. So number 4, 5S approach of how to raise a strong wild child is self-regulation. What are you modeling? It's very important. For a strong-willed child, you need to teach them self-regulations. Model calm and control behavior. Help them to learn to control their emotions. If you have a strong-willed child, journaling should be encouraged. Number 5S approach of how to raise a strong-willed child is strategies. Raising a strong-willed child requires strategies approach by focusing on self-discipline. Teach responsibility and accountability to the core. Use consequences and not punishment. You help them focus on this 5S approach. They will be determined to become great leaders, investors, and innovators because they don't see things normal. As parents, if you did not help your strong-willed child, they will go the negative way. They will go the negative way and express themselves. And when they do it very well. So who is a strong-willed child? A strong-willed child is characterized by their desires and decisions. Number 1, they tend to resist the authority. Number 2, they like to make their own choices. Number 3, they are more focused on achieving what they want. Note that there is no captain of an industry who runs business without strong will that survives some territory. So guide them well to stand strong in times of pressure. So, in raising a strong willed child, understand your child's nature and focus on what is important. Instead of demanding they should, give them choices. Give them choices. And don't say strong willed child is difficult. They are only determined. And your job as a parent is to guide. So stop complaining and ask God to refine you so that when they pass through you as a filter, they will become. You find this video interesting, don't forget to like, comment, share. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that when next I upload my video, you'll be notified. So thank you for staying tuned and God bless you. Let me